welcome to another programming stream. Trying out some free music from Free Music 109 as our background music. We'll see how that goes, just running a playlist. But yeah, so trying to get to programming. So let's show where the game was last time we left off. So this is what we had last time. I've made it so I can move each player and shoot. And if you take enough damage, then your health goes to 0 and game over. Pretty simple. So now we're going to try to make it a little more complicated. So I've gone ahead and updated the to-do list a little bit. I think the first... Oh, hi Tati. Thanks for dropping by. So yeah, so the first thing I want to do, I'm probably going to have to do some refactoring to set up how the simulation runs. Okay. Alright. Yeah, feel free to... I was gonna say feel free to type in chat. Alright, so, yeah, let's, go ahead and do, this part. So, basically what we need to do is, so right now the problem I have is that, the main scene is pretty tightly coupled with the game objects and stuff, like input and all that, so we kind of want to split things up. So what we're going to do is we're going to break out into a new class called Simulation. Let's TypeScript. And so basically this class is responsible for basically running all the important stuff. And then what we're going to do is we're going to strip out a lot of this movement and shooting logic and stuff and put it into the simulation class. So yeah, let's go ahead and make a new class. So go ahead and have a simulation, and it's not going to extend anything. And so yeah, we will go ahead and have a constructor though, but it's probably not really going to take any parameters yet. And let's think about how we want to use it with the main scene. So basically what we need to do is, basically when we begin the game, we're going to kind of initialize a bunch of stuff in the simulation, and then in update, we're going to call like tick to update the simulation, or we'll call update or something like that. And then basically after update runs, I've recorded some of this in the to-do, so basically we're going to pass input to it, we're going to run update, and then after update we're going to update all the positions and stuff. So let's go ahead and for now we'll just pretend like it exists, and we'll go ahead and create one in our main class. So we'll just go ahead and create a new one. We'll probably end up adding some stuff to it later. And then we're going to want to initialize it. So I haven't decided what we're gonna pass to it yet. Probably something. And then for now we're gonna do we're just gonna update it on our target frame time. We'll have update. Update will be after all the input. We'll figure out. So we need to send input to the simulation then update it, then grab the object positions afterwards, and update the game objects, so that everything looks right visually. So let's go ahead and start moving stuff into the simulation class. So we basically need the 2 players, and we need the bullets, and that's mostly what we need. But we don't really want these game object classes in there. So it's nice. We're starting the Ride of the Valkyries by Wagner. I love this song. It's so epic. But yeah, so what we're gonna want to do is gonna kind of make a new class, and that's gonna be like the we're gonna call it I kind of don't want to just name it the same thing, so we're gonna call it like sim character, and we're gonna want a bullet too. So yeah, what we're gonna do is, like I said, we're gonna have a lot of the same logic in here. But it's not gonna extend anything. Yeah, lots of that stuff's gonna be relevant. And we're gonna want a lot of for now let's just go ahead and copy everything, and we can remove stuff later. So yeah, I don't know that I can play to this or program to this epic music. Alright. So yeah, we don't need some of this game logic stuff, but we're not gonna need a scene. We do want to have IDs though. X, Y, color, face, all the rest of the stuff is pretty relevant. Because basically it's just all the logic stuff that's relevant to our thing. But we don't need the fill style or the origin or the scene stuff. But pretty much everything else is going to be pretty relevant, I think. So yeah, then we do want, since we're not inheriting from the arc, we will need to define these member fields for ourselves. That way, yeah, because previously, because we extended the art class, we already had those, but now we won't need those now. Alright, so pretty much everything else is going to be pretty important. We'll have to fix up the callback later, but I think everything else is pretty relevant to what we need. So for the simulation, when we call initialize, let's have this create the 2 players. So let's have an array of players, perhaps. Or maybe we'll just do P1 and P2 to keep it simple. It's going to be a sim character. Yeah. So we're going to have P1 and P2, and then we will have an array of bullets. Let's just worry about the character for now. So we could go ahead and just create a new one during initialize. We will need to pass in all this stuff though. So let's see, let's think about that for a second. So let's go back to the main scene and see where we created in the first place. So here's where we created it. So what we might want to do is, basically we need to pass a bunch of this stuff to initialize, and then it'll be responsible for creating these things. So, let's see. What we'll do, when we kind of maybe just want to pass in the game area to initialize. So let's think about it, because we don't need the scene. We'll have it assign IDs. The start locations, those can really just be determined. This music is so epic for what I'm doing here. What we'll probably just want to do is pass in the arena bounds. That probably makes the most sense. And then, yeah, so let's see. Initialize. Yeah, because this stuff is all calculated based on the arena bounds. So really, we probably just want to pass in the height, the width and the height of the play area. So, I don't know why I keep going down there. Yeah, so let's think, we'll do the width and the height of the play area. And really everything else can be calculated from there. So let's go over to simulation. Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and copy this for now. So P1, oops, is going to be a new subcharacter. I don't need the scene. But yeah, so we'll pass an ID, and then go ahead and copy our logic that determined start locations. Go ahead and copy that in here. So rather than const, we'll do let. And then we're not going to worry about the buffer, because we're just going to say it starts at 0 and let the main scene will be responsible for drawing everything, and that'll place the buffer. But this class is really just going to be about here, maybe I'll use replace. There we go. Alright, so there, we fixed that up. And really, let's call this like P1 start X and P1 start Y. Because we kind of don't want to, it's not always going to be, an enemy once we make it multiplayer. But yeah, so P1 start X, start Y. Player color, that's pretty irrelevant for the simulation, right? We definitely don't need color in the simulation. So let's take that out. What else we got here? The facing direction, and then the left bound. Left bound 0. And then we should copy the no man zone logic as well. So no man zone X, we'll want that. So that we're gonna skip this song. We don't need no "Are you sleeping?" or whatever. Okay. Player area width, and then no man zone width. That's a constant. We'll go ahead and copy that over. All right. So there we go. Now we've got No Man's Zone X. And then we haven't figured out what we're going to do with callback yet, so I'll just delete that for now. Yeah. Maybe I'll just pass in an empty function. Just to continue to remind ourselves that we do need to do that later. Okay, so this is there's P1 and oops, not pluses. Whoops. And P2. P2 will be player 2, P2 start X, P2 start Y, and the No Man's Zone plus the No Man's Zone width. That should be good enough to create our 2 players, right? Yeah. All right. So now, now that we've got that settled, we do want to have our bullets array as well in here. So let's go ahead and copy that over. Bullets. But we're going to want them to be symbolites. And we'll need to export that as well. So we'll have to do some more work there. It's not going to automatically figure it out for me. Maybe because I didn't save it. I thought I did save it. Okay. And basically a symbolit is going to be pretty similar to our existing bullet. I guess I should have just copied all of it. Because we're definitely going to need this stuff. Angle, speed, odor, shot type, all that's pretty relevant. We won't need the scene though, but we do need the X and Y and the radius. So let's make, just like with the characters, we need this stuff. And we don't need the fill style or the color. Alright, don't need the scene, and then everything else is pretty good. We don't need this function in here, because we don't have a color. But yeah, so there's a symbolit. Okay, so now we've got the symbolits array, and we'll just say the stat bullets. Whoops, I don't want all that. I just want the word bullets. It's an empty array because we don't start with anything. So that'll set up our initial state, which is good. So over in main scene, we still are going to want to create our players pretty much the same way. They just won't have as much logic in them. I'm not going to touch these for now, but we will want to. We'll be changing a lot of stuff later. Probably what we'll do is be sending. We're gonna end up like grabbing the simulation, the player, and we're gonna be passing that into the character. But we'll save that bit for later. So instead of that now, let's go ahead and think about update. So we've got our initial state set up, but now we need to update. And so basically, when we handle the input, currently we're calling directly onto the player, the character objects. We're calling execute input. Rather than do that, what we're going to want to do is submit input to the simulation. Player input. I don't think I had a class for it, did I? Let's see. What did I do? How did I do that? I have the character. It's this thing, right? Character input. That's what it is. Let's go ahead and import that. Let's call it character input. Alright, so then, I guess I should have which character ID it goes with. Let's go ahead and add in, ID in there as well. Or maybe owner. We'll call it owner. Owner ID. Let's call it owner ID. Alright, so then that'll help us determine which character to apply it to. So then what we want to do, so we're going to have an update function, and the idea for update is use the input on each player to move shoot, update, then update all bullets, collision detection, etc. That kind of stuff. So my idea is basically we're going to figure out which player to stick it on, and we're just going to pass it on to the correct sim character object. So basically, if like character input dot owner equals 1, p1 dot input, we'll add that as a thing. Let's go ahead and add input. Alright, and we're just going to do super simple like this for now. Very, very straightforward. Then over in the main scene, down in execute input, instead of executing the input, we're going to pass it to the simulation. Submit input, character input. And we do need to add the owner ID. So for the guy on the left is 1, and the guy on the right it's 2. Here, we can do it here. Yeah. So then we'll just do the same thing for the enemy input. Okay, and then go ahead and delete that. Alright, so there's the 2 handle inputs. Update bullets. We're kind of not really going to do this. And then, we'll go ahead and move this up to here. And we'll move the game over state into the simulation as well at some point. For now, we'll just leave it there. We do need to update that before we try to actually run anything, though. So basically, update bullets. This whole function is kind of going to need to go into the simulation class. So we'll go ahead and copy it wholesale. And we do want these helper functions and stuff too. So we'll copy those. And we're also going to want this stuff to do our collision detection. And we'll just paste that at the bottom. Alright. So now update. there's update bullets, but we do need to execute all the input. So, kind of we just want to do like P1 execute input. And P2 dot execute input. And since we added character input as a member variable, we can just do this dot input instead. So then this should all be good. Shoot, we still need to handle this callback. But everything else should be good. Let's go ahead and have the callback be a function here. And then we also, let's just go ahead and copy, what did we have? We'll copy this for now, but we're gonna have to change some things, but that's fine. And yeah, let's just go ahead and copy all the good stuffs. Okay. This is a pretty ominous song. What is this? This is a Tchaikovsky 1812 Overture. Very nice. Alright. So we hooked up our callback from the character. So that part's fine. So firing the bullet. We're gonna need a new sim bullet. We don't need the scene. Everything else should be good. Shot type. We just need to do that to pick up the import. Alright, so that'll push a new bullet on. Everything's great there. For here we can do P1 and P2. Just replacing our things there. Collision between circles. Instead of an arc, let's just do, we'll just go ahead and do some character here. Oh yeah, but really I kind of want something with like XY radius. For now, let's just not, let's not use TypeScript for that part, because it's too annoying. But we have to know that both of these things are guaranteed to have X, Y, and radius. So we can go ahead and remove the update the health indicator, because that's explicitly going to be a main scene only thing, because it's just a graphical element. But what we can do is an update. We can put a reminder to update the health indicator. Which really, I guess we could just go ahead and do that now. Clear health indicator update. Is that all it's doing? Yeah, with the health. I mean, if I wanted to be really quick and dirty about it, we would just do this. So maybe we'll just do this for now. We should really probably have some like accessor functions though, but whatever. We'll just be quick and dirty about it. So I can take this part out now. And then we're gonna need some additional logic about destroying the bullets. I think we can probably get away with just having main scene figure out which ones it needs to destroy based on the bullet IDs. Because right now the bullets don't have individual IDs, but we can fix that. And then, this, since we're like at 0, 0 is how we're pretending everything works. And then we didn't save. Let's go ahead and save the play area width and height into a local. A member variable, that is. That way it's easier to reference them later. Alright. Let's spell height correctly. Alright. Should be most of what we need there. We still got some red because we haven't decided what to do for destroy. But that's fine for now. So then we don't need update bullets anymore. Let's go ahead and remove a bunch of this from main scene. We don't need this. And we don't need these guys now, because that's going to be all handled within the simulation. We don't need fire bullet either. Alright. Let's see. What else do we need to do? So we ran the simulation, we updated the health indicators. We need to update the character positions and bullets. So that should be easy enough. What we could do, we'll just make some functions for that probably. For now, we'll just have a nice super long function name. And we'll do bullets as well. And we'll just make that a separate function for keeping things clean. We're gonna just be, again, quick and dirty about it. We're gonna just update the player X based on simulation p1.x. But we do need to add in the play area buffer now. What was it called? Oh, it's one of my constants. Yeah. And player Y is the Y. And we need to do the same thing for the enemy. And he's player 2. Alright, so that should be good enough for that. And then the bullets. Bullets is going to be a little more complicated because we're updating existing bullets, but we need to create game objects for new bullets, and we need to destroy game objects for removed bullets. And we're going to do that by keeping track of the IDs of things. So let's go ahead. I wanted to clean up this, so we're not going to need this callback function anymore in our character class. So we can remove that. Remove that callback. And we can remove the shoot function because we don't need that, and we don't need to take damage. Looks like we weren't even calling update. We don't need get damage. We don't even really need move anymore or execute input. Because really this class is now just responsible for the graphical representation of things. So it makes it much simpler, for sure. So yeah. Clean that up a bit. Let's see, what else do we need to do? So we initialize our simulation. Really what we could do is, what we should do is we should call this .update character positions. And then we really don't even need to pass in the X and Y either anymore. And we'll just have it started 0, 0. Alright. So then it'll be updated from here after the initialization of the that thing, right? So that's all good. That'll update the positions. Let's see. So now, what do we need to do? So input, this should all pretty much work exactly the same as it did before. Let's see. We still just need to do the bullets, I think. Let's see, what's red in here still? Oh, right, the destroys. We don't need to destroy because they're not game objects. So let's go ahead and assign each bullet an ID. So like, new, ID is going to be, next bullet ID. And, we're just gonna go ahead and increment it. And this is basically just going to be used to track which bullet is which, to make things easier on us when we go to figure out which ones have been deleted or not. Okay, so now the ID's in there. So that's good. What's red here? Something's red. I'm not sure what it's really complaining about here. Let's save everything. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, I didn't create this. Alright, we'll just start off at 1. That should be fine. And it'll just increment forever. Shouldn't be any issues there. Okay, so then in the main scene, basically how this is going to work. So, first things first, I think we basically just need to do 2 loops. So, we kind of want to go through all the bullets in the simulation. Okay, so we're going to go through all the bullets in the simulation, and we're going to find the corresponding graphical bullet and update it. If we didn't find it, create a new one. Simple enough. But then we're kind of going to have to go through it again to figure out which bullets have been removed. We could keep track of that, potentially. That might be simplest, actually. That way, that'll save us some time. Bullet IDs removed. I'm not gonna bother with typing it. Oh well, okay, really, it's just gonna be a number array. And so then what we'll do is in update bullets, we're gonna say bullet ID is removed as nothing. And then everywhere we remove a bullet, we're gonna add a push the bullet ID. And down here too. That way, after this function runs, we'll have an array of all the ones that were deleted. Very simple. Nice and easy. So yeah, then the second array will just go through the bullet IDs removed. And remove, find the graphical bullet and delete it. I'm so lazy, I'm copying the word corresponding. Alright, yeah, so, I kind of don't need that comment anymore. We're kind of about to do this stuff. Okay, so then, we'll just do another loop, through this bullets.length. And if, so then we'll do let bullet equals, we'll call let graphical bullet is, that. Up here we'll do let sim bullet equals this thing. This will just make it easier to compare them. So if the symbullet.id is the graphical bullet.id, which we do need to add that field, let's go ahead and do that. So this is the game object. It will need an ID, and we will want to pass that ID in, and after super, we'll put it here. There we go. And this is in regular bullet, right? We're not going to need this update function anymore. We still need that to draw the bullet and the color. But we're not going to need the speed in the game object. So I'd go ahead and delete that. We probably don't even need facing direction either, huh? I mean, maybe we will if we add in some graphics or something. We'll leave angle in there for now, but we're not really using it anymore. Okay, so we found a matching bullet. So now we just need to update the X and Y. Whoops. So we'll update the X and Y. And really that's it. And if we didn't find it, so this is updated existing bullets. And then, yeah. So then let's do, we'll keep track of if we found it or not. So we found it here, and we can break. So then once we've gone through all the bullets, and if we didn't find it, then create a new bullet. So then we're going to want to do new graphical bullet is going to be a new bullet. And we need to pass in all this good stuff like that, and let's pass in just the whole symbolet. Which should have everything else we need, honestly. So then we can redo bullet. Really, we just want to symbol it. And I don't think we need any of the other stuff. Okay, And then everything else should just be derived from that. ID and an odor and a facing direction and a shot type. Does it not have facing direction? And symbol it for some reason? Oh, we saved angle. Oh yeah, we don't just do simple at that angle. Makes it simpler. Okay. And the X and Y, of course. Alright. Nice and easy. Let me just double check that, we are passing the odor when we create a bullet, right? Yeah, because this is the odor ID. Let's go ahead and do that. Just to remind ourselves later. Alright. Oh, no, that's not right. Oh, hold on. Fire bullet. Odor, yeah. Okay. Odor ID. Alright, yeah. Okay, all that should be good. That's good. So this is our new graphical bullet, and then we're just gonna go ahead and push it onto our array. Yeah, so that was pretty easy. So that goes through all the existing bullets. So now, for this, we'll again just loop through. So removed ID is this guy. Then go ahead and do this. And then if the graphical bullet dot ID is the removed ID, then we just need to delete it. So we destroy it and we splice it out of the array. J1. And if you remember how we did last time, we kind of want to always go through this in reverse, because that way we don't have to deal with the array changing as we iterate through it. Removing items from the end works perfectly fine. So that should be about it. Yeah, that should do it. So now we're creating and destroying the game objects as needed. Doing the input correctly. The last thing is just the game over state, which is currently just checking if the dead state. We've got dead in here, in the sim character, and we're updating it. Let's go ahead and remove it from here, though. And then back in main scene, now we'll just base it off simulation.p1. So we'll just replace player with that, and we'll replace this with P2. Alrighty. Oh man, we got some country tunes now. Let me turn it down a tiny bit. Okay. Yeah, so I think maybe we're ready to run it. Maybe we're ready to run it. I've changed tons of code, but what do you think? I think it's time to try to run it. Let's see what happens. So yeah, ideally it just works So I refreshed the page. It looks like the, okay, we've got a few bugs. But, oh no, he's on the wrong side. Okay, so we got a few bugs. But, I have a pretty good idea. I have a pretty good idea of, where most of the bugs are. So I think it's probably in the facing direction when we created the things. Let's see. Yeah, so I ended up passing the same facing direction in. So that should fix that up. But then when we create the bullets, they're not quite at the right spot, are they? And the reason for that is down here, where we're updating the bullet position, we want to do the same thing we did up here, which is account for the buffer. So we'll stick that in there. And then here, well, we need to do this in both locations. For now, I kind of want this logic to be in the same place. Okay, so what we should do instead is we should have a bullet should have like an update position function. Update position from symbullet. And I'll just have it take a symbullet in, and we're gonna call it from both initialize and from the other location. And basically it's just gonna do this for us. This.x and this.y. Pretty straightforward. And that should fix us up. That way we don't have to worry about things. And it'll do it in the constructor here too. So that should be good. Yeah, so that should about cover it. Let's see if that fixed those bugs. With the position. Alright, so the bullets are correct. Just the start position of the can we get hit and get game over? Alright, so that all works, and new game works. So the last bug we need to fix is the start position of the enemy sky. So that's pretty easy. So that's just P2, P2 start X and start Y. Let's see what's wrong here. I feel like this should be about right. But I think the problem is this. That looks right too. Let's see, why is it so far off? It should be, let's see, the no man's zone. I must have just gotten the math wrong or something. Did I still have it here? I deleted it from here. What are we passing in here? Character doesn't really need left bound or right bound anymore, does it? No, it doesn't. Let's go ahead and remove those. So we can just delete that. but we still do need to fix the bug in, let's see. So, I mean, the bounds, I think, were in the right spot, because I was hitting that wall. Oh, I'm still showing the game. So, let's see. I think the bounds are correct. I think it really must be here, where we create the, but like, this looks right? The width divided by 4, plus, so this is like 3/4, right? I should just do, times 3/4, just to make it super obvious. P1, P2. I feel like that should be right, but it's not just the graphical representation that's wrong, right? Because it's totally starting. Interestingly, it's starting at a different Y position too. Oh, you can't go up higher than that. Oh, neither of them can. Oh, I've messed something up. Okay, so that's gonna be related to the buffer. That's gonna be related to the buffer area, I think. Let's see. Maybe it's just graphically it's wrong. Let's see. Okay, so we create our stuff. They don't have X and Y anymore. And then update character positions from simulation is simulation X plus the play area. Simulation Y plus the play area. That should be correct. That should be correct, shouldn't it? Unless I'm reusing this somewhere. I don't think we're messing with it anywhere else in here. So the simulation has the play area width and height, and the no man's zone, and then it's passing into characters, start X and Y, left bound, right bound. So that part's wrong. Left bound should be this, and right bound should be the play area width. So that'll fix that bug, but that's still not having them in the correct positions to start. So let's go over to character, just X and Y, or X and Y. Oh, I'm still showing the game, aren't I? Alright, well, let me refresh and see where we're at. Oh, now we're in the right spots. Oh, but we still can't, that part's not right. But let's see, but the right and left are correct. And bullets are correct. And you can hit each other, right? Yep. So it's really just the, and this is in sim character. Yeah. So this should be 0. This should be 0. That's the problem. Okay. I think that'll do it for us. Oh, now they're... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on, what did I do? I wasn't showing you what I was doing. So this is what I changed here. Okay, yeah. Top bound should be 0, but bottom bound is Yeah, that part's right now. I delete this. Okay. I think that'll fix it. Let's do a double check here. Alright. So I've done a ton of work, but of course I don't really have much to show for it, other than the game still works. But no, this kind of work's important because it's a lot harder to expand on your game if you don't have this kind of stuff in place, because it kind of all starts getting out of control pretty quick with how you manage everything. Okay, so now I kind of want to make use of this now that I've spent all this work doing it. So let's go ahead and try to do like recording user input. So what's interesting is that now what we can do is in the simulation, what we can do is we can keep track of like tick as a number, and we'll start tick off at 0, and then every time we call update, we'll do the stuff and increment tick. And so what this does for us is that we can now actually save the input each time we do a tick. So what we'll do is what we can do is we will save we're kind of going to want a new interface here. We'll call it like replay frame. And it'll have character input from each person. This isn't what I'm not doing this right. Colon, that's what we want. There we go. So basically, what we're gonna do is save the and it'll have a tick. And so here's how this is gonna work. Basically, we're gonna go ahead and do execute input. Let's go ahead in sim character. Let's have execute input return like true if no, we don't really need to do that. Let's if what we want is we want something that's like is input or like has new input or something like that. And if we have new input, then new replay frame. Input 1, so here's this super simple way to do this. So, and then we want an array of the replay frames. We'll call it replay data. Alright, this is a pretty weird song. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, so yeah, so here's our new replay frame, and we'll just add it to the replay data. And we need to define this function. So basically we just want to look at the input. So if P1 input horizontal movement is not 0, or the vertical movement's not 0, or the shot is not equal to 0? But I don't remember what shot is. That's defined in my interface. Shot is a shot type. Right. So we just need to say shot type none. So if any of these things are true, then we want to return true. And we could simplify this a bit. Like, we could actually just return this. So, then we'll just go ahead and add in player 2. And then we don't even need that. Okay. So the idea here is, if someone did input this frame, then it's an important frame and we need to record it. So, that's why we add it to the replay data. Okay, so now this will record the whole game. We do need a good way to save it, like to disk or something, though. So that we can replay it later. And I'm trying to think of a good way to do that. So we can save it out to temp storage, it's called like local storage, I think. But really what I want is a way that I can get at it pretty easily. Because I want to just copy it and put it back into the game. And it's going to be too big for the console. So what we can do... What do we want to do here? I think I want to add a button to like stop the replay and start the replay. Because my goal here really is to record some AI movement and play it back. So yeah, let's go ahead and add a new button. We're gonna add 0, I think. I wonder if that... I hope that works. We'll find out pretty quick, though. Let's go ahead and add, like, debug input. if this .keys.0 is down. Yeah, that's why I didn't think this was gonna work. Alright, rather than spend time looking that up, let's make it M. This .m was down, it's true. And then we're just gonna copy this. Let's go ahead and add this with the rest of the buttons. It was down. Okay. And we want to like start or stop recording. This simulation toggle recording. So we'll start off recording replay is false, and then we'll add we'll just add this close-ish to the bottom. So if we are recording, then stop and write to disk. Oh, I'm not using self bar in begin new game. Yeah, that's right, because yeah, I highlighted that earlier and thought about deleting it. Because I'm not using it. But then I was wondering if I wanted to add something back in later, but I can delete it for now. Since it is not being used, might as well delete it. If we add some callbacks in again later, we will have to add it back in though. But that's fine. Thanks. So then, let's see. And if we're not recording the replay, start. Woo-woo. False. Okay, and when we start recording the replay, let's go ahead and just zero out the replay data and set tick to 0 for now. Yeah, that should all be good. Okay, so we need to grab our replay data in a way that is handy to grab. So there is some like JSON.stringify. So this is going to give us a string from the JavaScript object. Since it's a super simple object with just a number and character input, and character input's just numbers and an enum, so that's all super simple stuff. So stringify should work pretty well. So we're going to stringify our replay data, and then what we're going to do is for now we're just going to log it to the console. Because I want to see what that looks like. Because I might just be able to, if it's not super long, I can probably just copy it and reuse it. So let's go ahead and bring our console up. to get some errors about. Wait, main scene. What line is 244? What is it complaining about? I don't see what it would be complaining about. Hi, Akai Tsubasa, how's it going? Subaka. What is the error? Something does not exist. Something does not exist. I think in PowerShell it'll show up. Owner ID does not exist on type character input. Okay, that's the problem. Oh no, it looks like it does. Maybe hold on, let me just let me restart the web server. And oh, you were the soul I fought yesterday? Oh man, you were the guy that was you kicked my butt, didn't you? I am programming a game right now. The idea is you're gonna control one of these players. I mean, my yeah, it's just sold. So the idea is it's I want to make a shoot 'em up versus game. So the idea is you're gonna spam a ton of bullets, and the other player is gonna move around and try to dodge the bullets, and yeah, you're just trying to kill the other person. So I want to have like tons of stuff on screen. But right now I'm just getting like the initial stuff set up, so it's not super excited yet. But oh, you teach yourself programming, cool. Yeah, I'm somewhat of a professional programmer, but I do JavaScript stuff kind of as a hobby. You're about to have an online class. Oh, in 3 minutes? Okay. Well, thanks for dropping by. I always like to talk about programming stuff, since, you know, I do programming for work, but, I like to make games just to, you know, for fun. It's a lot more relaxing than work programming. but yeah. Yeah, normally I'm programming in, like, C++, or I'm debugging stuff, like, in really complicated systems. Sometimes I don't even have, like, the source code or the symbols for the stuff I'm debugging, which, that makes it pretty hard. I was debating, you know, so you're Guilty Gear, right? You know how the game starts up and it takes, like, 5 minutes? So someone online hooked up Fiddler, I don't know if you saw this, and they found out that it's making, like, 120 service calls to Japan, and that's why it takes so long. And so really, yeah, it's pretty disgusting. Like, I wanna, but honestly, I've seen worse things in some of the code I've looked at, professionally. But you know, I'm tempted to mod in, like, caching or something. So you know, to skip it, because I feel like it probably, like, you don't really need to make separate requests for every character's replay data when you're not even looking at replays, right? So, like, if we just cache that stuff, like, the game's not going to know any better. But yeah. Oh, so you do competitive coding? I did some of that back in school. Those were always pretty fun. Like coding teams. I never got super into it because, like, it's kind of a weird setting. Like, I like to actually just take my time when I'm programming, and trying to bang out, you know, programming problems is pretty tough. Yeah, the coding on stream has been pretty interesting because, you know, I'm trying to, like, explain everything, which actually I think makes me think about it a bit more. But, you know, there's so many different ways you could approach problems. that sometimes I just kind of want to sit and be like, well, which way should I do it? And thinking about it doesn't make for good airtime, right? But yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, we'll have to play some Guilty Gear later. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, I've coded a few different projects on stream now, and the strategy game I was working on, man, I wasted so much time, rat holing on some stupid problem. But I think I've done a much better job on the streams for this game so far. But yeah, a lot of times when you're programming, man, you just sometimes you get working on something, and then after an hour, you're like, man, this is wrong. Let me just delete it and start over. Yeah, I mean, I'll continue to stream a bunch of Guilty Gear. Okay, yeah, have fun. Thanks for dropping by. Follow me on Twitter if you want to see, whenever I post. I'll post whenever I go play. Okie doke, let me get some water. Okie doke. So yeah, let's see. Where were we? Oh yeah, I refreshed the web server, which fixed some error. And then I was gonna, do something. Oh, yeah, I was gonna test out the recording and stuff. Hold on, let me refresh it. So basically, let's bring up our console. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit M, and then we're gonna move around and shoot some bullets. And we're gonna hit M again. And, oh boy, yep, I thought it was gonna be pretty big. So that's quite a lot. Yeah, so I'm not really going to be able to copy that out of the console. But, what I should do is I should, split up the replay data to be per character. I kind of don't even care about player 1, honestly. Because I'm just recording player 2 at the moment. So we're just gonna do that to make it a little smaller. I think that makes it like half as big, right? Okay, so then we're doing the JSON stringify, but we kind of want to write it to disk. Where is that? Okay, so rather than dump it to the console, because it's obviously way too much data, let me real quick look up how local storage works. I want to say you can just say like local storage dot set item, and then the key. So we're gonna call it AI1, and we're gonna pass our JSON string. And, I mean, that'll certainly write it to disk, but, oh, can't see what I'm doing. Okay, so, basically local storage, and so this will definitely write it to disk, and then I kind of want to be able to replay it, so what we can do is, in here, when the simulation starts, when we initialize the simulation, let's, we'll do get item. Yeah, get item. And I think it returns null if it doesn't exist. Yeah. So if it exists, replay P2 AI equals JSON. Oh, JSON parse the JSON. I think I could just do this. I don't know if I can, because it should be this in TypeScript, but let's see. Is TypeScript going to complain? Maybe it won't complain to me. Okay. So that should actually reformat everything into into the replay data. And then let's have like current replay frame. We're gonna need something like this. We're gonna need something like this in a bit. And then basically what's gonna happen is in update is if we have this thing, let's see. Okay, if we have this thing, then let's see, replay frame is gonna be something like this. And then we're gonna do like that. Then we're gonna say this .p2.input equals replay frame. Is that dot input? That's not quite right. Oh, thanks for the follow, anime dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I appreciate it. Hey, how's it going? I'm just programming here. Trying to figure out how to get my my replay system in here. Let's see. Oh, you made a game? Do you want me to check it out? I'll play it if you've got it hosted somewhere. Just let me know. Alright, let me get that loaded up. One moment. Alright, let me see here. Alright, let me see if I can make this bigger. I'm just gonna resize my window here. Still kind of hard to read. Oh, I don't suppose there's like a full screen option or anything, is there? Doesn't look like it. Okay, well this'll have to do. I can't oh, the top right, oh, that button. I see. Oh, nice, nice. Okay, now it's too big. Hold on, let me try to fit in the screen. There we go. Let me just scoot it over a little bit. Nice. Alright. I like your, I like the art style. It's pretty neat. Alright, so we're trying to track down some stones. Where do we need to go? It's a temple. Alright. Cool. See ya. Let's see. So we got this. Nice. Alright. Cool, cool. Okay, so you can like swing? That's pretty cool. Oops. Oops. Nice. Let's see. So I don't understand, like I'm hitting here, I'm hitting left. Left goes this way. I would have expected, like I would expect left to go the other way. So I don't know if that's just how I grappled onto it or not. Alright. Oh no, I fell in the hole. What? It's not too hard. Alright. Okay, I need to. My instinct is to press spacebar to jump, which is a little incorrect. Oh, nice. I guess that's my only attack, huh? Alright. Oh no! Alright. Whee! Alright. Okay, so there's a boss at the end? Alright. Oh no! Oops. So this is like a little bit of a problem. Like this is pretty annoying. It's quite hard to do that actually. That's fine. Oh no. Okay, so you can't grapple onto the blocks. That's good to know. Ah. I'll get it. Ah! Stupid poo! Your poo monster killed me. There we go. So I don't know if this is how you intended it to me to get past that part. No, it's not a box, it's a poo monster. I missed what the text said there, but it's all good. Here we go. Classic Mega Man disappearing blocks. Whoa! Can you jump on top of them? No. Oops, I almost made it. Oh, no quite. Oh! Way too far. Oh man. Too much momentum. I did it the first time. Ah, why am I going so much further? Ah! No, I'm not gonna press Q to skip. I'm not a wimp. There we go. Oh! Of course. Alright. Oh, thankfully they can't, I'm not gonna press Q. What do you think I am, some kind of wimp? Oh, this is gonna be a little tricky. Okay, okay. Oh, no, no! Oh, no. Are you backwards now? Nice! Uh-oh, this feels like a boss. Alright. Oh, we've been beaten to it. Is that the bad guy? Try running away now, you thief. Oh, oh! Oh my goodness! Alright, let's see what he's done. Alright, so... Okay, cool, you can deflect the bullets. That's pretty cool. Oh no! Alright, seems like a pretty straightforward pattern. Just gotta watch out for when he gets close to the ground. It might be interesting if he shot vertically sometimes, right? You tricky. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. You might want to make it so he doesn't, there's really no point in him being that high up, right? And shooting. Because, like, I'm never going to be up there. Alright, getting close. I just need to not screw up here. Alright, come on, come on. Come on. You were too high. Alright. Alright, a few more hits. Like, I could try going up there, but it's just too risky to actually jump up there. Much safer to stay on the ground. Alright! The classic explosion. Alright, I got the crystal. Nice. Alright. Oh man, the record was 2 minutes. That's really fast. Cool. Is that it? That looks like it's it. Cool, thanks for sharing. Hopefully that was some good feedback for you. I find, you know, once you put a game in front of users, you find out all kinds of things that you never really thought of. You know, people run into problems in areas and that kind of thing. Yeah, I'll show you mine. I'm making a, hold on, it's not, hey, let me reset her. So, the idea is I want to make a versus game, so, you know, you control one of these two things, and, you're trying to kill the other player on the other side. You can't go over to his side. Right now you just only have this simple shot, but, the idea is I kind of want it to feel like, if you've ever played, like, a bullet hell game, or shoot 'em up, that kind of game, where there's just, like, stuff all over the screen. And so I want to, you know, if there's just, you can create a bunch of slow moving bullets, and then you're trying to dodge his bullets while you're also put your bullets out, and you're gonna have like an energy bar that limits what kind of bullets you can put out, how fast you can put them out. So that's the idea. I want to make it multiplayer so that we could just play live. And right now it's just hosted on my local machine, but I do have some experience hooking them up to web servers and that kind of thing. So I'll be doing that later. And that's kind of this session. I've spent a lot of time refactoring. That kind of thing will help us. That'll help me move more towards that like a multiplayer model. Now that I've refactored a bunch of stuff. But yeah, so I wanted to record input for the second player, and then just play it back. And that's how I'll do AI for now. And so the idea was what we're gonna do is what we're gonna do. Yeah. So what we're gonna do. Yeah. So in addition to current replay frame, let's have. Actually, I want to call this like next replay frame. So if this replay frame is equal to the current tick. No, if it's equal to the current replay frame, then we want to do input for this frame. I need to define next replay. What did you make your game in, Anime Dude? What did you program it in? I didn't I don't know if it said when I loaded up the screen. We don't need Christmas music. We don't need Christmas music. I'm not familiar with the Scratch website that you were using. Does it have its own? I'm looking at your webpage now. Is it? Looks like it's just some kind of it's like its own little game engine, maybe. That's pretty cool. They're using it for education and stuff. That's pretty neat. Yeah, it's always helpful to have a game engine to help you out. I mean, I'm just going to town with JavaScript, but I'm using Phaser 3, which is a pretty good JavaScript game engine. I think they're working on like Phaser 4, but I haven't really looked into it. Okay, so yeah, so the idea here is replay frame dot tick. Okay, so the idea here is, so since I saved like sparse input, we have to check that that this is the right frame to replay the data back on. So basically, next replay frame, that's going to get incremented whenever we use the input. So you can kind of imagine like, it starts at 0, so we until we hit the tick where our replay is supposed to start, right? We won't do anything, and we'll just keep incrementing this. And then the last thing I need to put in here is to start it over. So if if replay frame dot length, no. If this dot length is equal to next replay frame, we've reached the end of the replay data. Start replaying it again. So then we just need to set next replay frame back to 0. And we kind of want to reset this back to 0 too. But we're incrementing it here. Let's see. Kind of want to just set it to 0. And then, let's see. So this is if we used it. Let's see. Maybe I'll just use the like restarted or something. Simple. There's a lot of Christmas music on this playlist. Hold on, let's skip ahead. That's also Christmas music. I guess it's a lot of Christmas music is copyright free, isn't it? That's why, wow, there's a lot of Christmas music on here. Let me, skip down quite a bit. We'll see how this song is, I guess. Kind of weird so far. But, we'll see how it goes. Okay, yeah, so restarted is true. And so if we did restart, then increment this. Okay, that should be what we want. It'll get a little weird if I try to use the replay recording while the replay is playing, but I think I'm just gonna not do that for now, rather than worry about trying to make that work. Let's see. So I think I've hooked it all up to play correctly. The last problem I'm gonna run into is if we just start replaying the input over again, the AI guy's not going to be centered where he started. So, well, what we could do is we could just cheat and put him back in the middle. Or I could just try to position him in the middle and it'll be good enough. But, let's see. What we should do is if I toggle recording, if I turn recording on, I should, clear out the replay data. Yeah, that's what I should do. And I should, put not recording in there too. So for not recording, we'll do this, so if you're not recording, and there is some replay data, do the replay stuff. Okay, I think this is enough to make something happen. We'll see what happens, I guess. I kind of want to put in a button to start the replaying the data, just because I don't want it to flip out. When I want to record stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in as well, just to make it easy. So if you in is down, this dot simulation dot enable replay maybe, and I'm just gonna like restart if I think I'll just restart if I want to let's actually just call a function. All right. And what we'll do, what we'll do is that is when we're going to do this part, actually. So that's when we'll read in the replay data and set the current replay frame to 0, and set the next replay frame to 0. Okay. We'll add that in so we don't have an issue here. Okay. Actually, let's leave it null, actually. Okay. I think that'll be... Oh, you gotta go? Thanks for dropping by. I don't have this hooked up to a web server yet, but, like that publicly people can access, but, I do plan to start publishing it in a bit so people can play along. But, I'll post something on Twitter if I get far enough for that, but probably not. But, thanks for dropping by. Alright, let's see. I think what I want to do is, what do I want to do? I think I'm pretty close to wanting to try to run it. Though I might have messed something up. Because I have this nagging feeling that, yeah, I don't think that needs to be there. Toggle record, that shouldn't be there, I don't think. Okay. So enable replay. Oh, yeah. What I wanted to do was copy this stuff and make this N and N, and this will go here, and N was down. Okay, we're just gonna stick this in because I don't want to hit it twice and do weird stuff. Okay. Let's see what happens. Alright, so we got this. So let's get back in the middle. Let me refresh. Okay, so I'm gonna hit which button is it? M. I'm gonna hit M to start recording. I'm gonna hit M, and then I'm gonna move around and shoot some bullets. And then I'm gonna hit M again to stop recording. And I think that should have written it. That should have written. I didn't log anything to the console. But that should have written it to local storage. So then we're gonna refresh. I'm gonna hit N, and it's gonna replay the data. Would you look at that? And it should loop. Yep, it looped. Oh man, don't you love it when your code works the first time? Isn't that amazing? Like, oh man, So good. Usually, usually it's broken, right? Yeah, usually things are broken. All right, so now I can like fight with this AI. It's actually super hard to hit him with this bullet, I guess. I got him once there. But yeah, now we can kind of play with AI. But yeah, it's pretty hard to hit people with this bullet, it looks like. What I might need to do, it still looks kind of weird. Oh, it looks weird on my screen because I'm playing on a high refresh rate monitor. But I think in the video it probably looks more sensible. Like I'm seeing duplicates of the yeah, I'm looking in OBS and it does look a little different, which is kind of weird. Okay, so I killed him. But yeah. It looks like I didn't reset I didn't reset the replay data state when I hit begin game. So we can go ahead and fix that up. That should be in initialize rate. Let me I call that in begin new game. Yeah. So in initialize we should let's go ahead and set this to null. Oh, it's not gonna like that, is it? What do you do with, it's like any or null? That's what it's, or, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. We'll set that to null, and current replay frame and next replay frame are going to be 0. And I think that's probably enough. That's probably enough for us. Oh, I'm not showing the screen, am I? There we go. That should be enough for us to, okay, cool. Alrighty. So we've kind of got the replay stuff going on, so that's cool. I'm recording the playback. I'm like kind of saying, we'll go ahead and mark that as completed for now. I mean, this gives me a handy way to program in some, AI input, and eventually I can tweak the replay system to actually just store the whole replay so you can watch a game after you finish it. But there's quite a bit more work to do for that. Just stretching a bit. Yeah. Okay. What else do I want to do? I kind of want to add in the magic bar to make it so you have a reason to not just spam bullets. And then we kind of want to add in more bullet types, like the slow moving bullet, new bullet type, new graphic, maybe that kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't really know. Yeah. Adjust movement. Okay. Let's try to add in the energy bar, maybe. Or should we do the bullet first? Let's add in the energy. And in classic I'm super lazy mode, we're just gonna use the health indicator. But we're gonna copy it at least. We're gonna call it energy indicator. And we're just gonna copy it and rename it energy indicator. Because energy is nice and generic. And we're just gonna do that. Nice and easy. So now we've got an energy indicator. I should really make some bar or something. But yeah, we're lazy. Because I'm a programmer. So here's the thing you gotta know. Programmers are super lazy, okay? And we program things to make it less work for ourselves in the future. But I know from experience because I'm really lazy. Okay, so I mean, if someone had cool graphics, I would probably be more excited about adding graphics. But you know, I can't make graphics. Okay, so we got an energy bar. Let's go ahead and add energy to our character. And we'll start it off at constant stat character max energy. But maybe we'll start it off at starting energy. Let's go ahead and add that constant in. Let's have the starting energy be like 5, and the max energy be like 10 to start out. Seems reasonable, right? Over in main scene, let's go ahead and make a function that's like update indicators. And we're just gonna do this stuff in there. Let's go ahead and put that here. This is pretty relaxing music. Thanks Free Music 109. This is Out of the Skies, Under the Earth by Chris Zabriskie. Alright, we're gonna copy this over here. And let's go ahead and put the energy indicators on screen. We'll just copy some more stuff. And we kind of just want to do create the energy bars. We're just gonna copy this. And we're gonna change the word energy. Or change the word health to energy. I love the alt. If you click on something and hold Shift and Alt, you can do this and change lots of text at the same time. It's pretty cool. And these are energy indicators. And then we need to decide where to put them. Let me take a quick peek at our game. So, I kind of want to put it at the bottom. But, maybe I should just put it at the top. Because I don't feel like moving everything around. So, we're just gonna put it after the, we'll say like plus a 50 or something. And I'm actually gonna shift the title and the instruction text up a bit. Let's see, we'll try, what is play area buffer is, I'll have to, that's in constants. It's 100. So we'll shift it up some more. Let's try another, hold on, where did it go? There we go. Let's try like another 20 up. That'll give us some room. Oh man, I'm so lazy when it comes to UI. Okay. Then we call it update indicators, and then the player energy indicator update with the player energy. Same thing for the enemy. Okay. That should at least get something on screen. It's pretty terrible looking though, isn't it? The one on the right looks good actually. But the one on the left is no good. I'm not gonna bother switching the screen real quick. I'm just gonna add, there we go. Good enough, right? Yeah, good enough. Okay. So we got the energy on screen. Now that I've, just added some large numbers. Now that I just added some large numbers to the thing. So we're updating it. And what we need to do is in the simulation, basically as part of updating the simulation, hold on, let me comment some stuff out here. So this is replay stuff. And then input stuff. I don't need to call it stuff. Handle input. And then we don't need that comment. And we'll leave that comment there and update the tick count. And before we do that, let's regen energy. Update energy. So then yeah, we'll just put this here, update energy. And we'll do like this.p1.energy, which we don't have yet. We should have it. Oh no, that's character. We need it in sim character. In fact, it we don't want it in. We kind of don't want it in I don't think we want it in the character. But yeah, because we're updating it based on yeah, so update indicators. Okay, yeah, this is what we want to do. Okay. Yeah, it's because I've got the two different things that it's gotten a little weird, right? But yeah, character doesn't want to have health or energy in it because it's just the graphics, right? And then we'll go ahead and add energy in here. And the energy starts at character starting energy. Okay. And then what's wrong in main scene still? At the bottom, update the health indicator. Am I even calling this function anymore? I'm not. So we're just gonna delete this. Okay. I always love one of my favorite things as a programmer is deleting code. Not writing code, deleting code. Nothing is better than deleting code you don't need anymore. Because you know why? Because that means you have less bugs. Or less chance of bugs, right? Okay, so we set our starting energy. Let me take a quick peek at the game to make sure everything's still working. It is, so I'm not gonna switch over to that. Okay, so in the simulation, update energy, P1's energy, we're gonna do, and we're actually just gonna call, regen energy on each player. And then in sim character, we're gonna add that function. We apparently don't need update function. So regen energy is just gonna say this dot energy plus equals. For now, we're just gonna make it a constant. Let's regenerate. Let's see. If I want to have, let me bring up Mr. Calculator. Maybe I can share Mr. Calculator. Let me share calculator. Yeah, we got some sweet calculator streaming, the best game ever, calculator. Oh man, I'm so lame. Okay, so right now we're doing 60 frames a second as our target input. So if I want to have you regenerate 1 energy every second, then we just need to divide by 60, right? And that's how much energy you should generate per tick. To get back 1 energy a second. Maybe that's a little slow though. Especially if you use 1 energy every time you shoot. But the little small bullets, they should probably only take like half an energy or something. I mean, maybe I should make energy out of 100 as well. Maybe I'll make energy out of 100 as well, just to make things a little simpler. And we'll start at 50. And then, so if I want it to be like 5-ish energy to shoot a bullet. And maybe you should get back 5 energy every second. So then we're to do 5 divided by 60 is how much you should regenerate. Oh no, I want you to be able to shoot like twice every second. So then we should regenerate 10 over 60 or 1/6. All right, I'm just gonna remove calculator for now. We don't need a stream calculator. I'm just gonna do 10 over 6, 1 over 6 for now. I don't know. Oh, wait, this needs to be a colon. Okay. We'll do that. And then if energy is greater than the max energy, then we'll just set it to max energy. That way you never have more, right? You never have more than your maximum. Okay, so now we're regenerating energy. We should be able to see that happen in our game pretty easily. Whoa! So yeah, we should we should round, basically. We should round energy, probably. So let's do like this dot energy dot, or no, equals energy, what is it? Math dot round. That now rounds it to the nearest integer. That's not exactly what we want. F round to the single precision float. That's really still not quite what we want. So yeah, to make this easier, what we can do is just not rather than 1 divided by 6, we can do 0.16. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about division in our energy calculation, and I brought a calculator back up to do that. It still doesn't look right though. Did I save it? Yeah, I did. So yeah, if I show you the game, it still has got quite the decimal number there, which is quite wrong for what I want. Why is that? The reason for that is because of how JavaScript stores floating point numbers. Because it might not be able to actually represent exactly, it's going to have potentially have trouble representing exactly, like 0.16. Instead, what it might be able to represent is like 0.15999 or something, right? The problem is something like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to look up how to round to 2 decimal places. Okay. What we're gonna do, it looks like the internet is telling me that you want to do math that around your number times 100, which makes sense. But there's also like number dot epsilon that you might want to use. That's like the smallest value that can actually be represented, and then you divide by 100. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Did the internet lie to us, or is it the truth? It looks like it's the truth. So now we've got some nice rounded representations of numbers. The one on the left or the right is flipping out a little bit, and the reason for that is that it is right justified when I created the indicator. So we're gonna fix that up a bit, just because it looks it looks quite terrible, honestly. So we're gonna not do this origin setting, and instead yeah, so I removed where I was setting the origin like I was for the health indicator, and then we just need to adjust it some more by hand until it looks like it's in a good spot. So I'm just gonna look. Okay, so this is acceptable. Okay, so now we're regenerating our energy. When we convert to use like bars, graphical bars, it'll look better, but for now we'll use janky decimals. Okay, so now we just need to hook up shooting to require energy, and we should be good, right? So over in the simulation, actually in sim character, in shoot, here we should check to make sure we have enough energy to shoot the bullet. So let's like get energy requirement for shot type. So let's just go ahead and add this here. We'll just copy this guy. we'll just grab it out of our constants for now, just because that's... Because that's simple. I didn't want to copy all that. There we go. Alright. Now this is a little ominous, isn't it? I don't think we need to play the funeral march. Oh, this is much more exciting. Alright, it's a little too much. It's a little too much. Alright, we'll go with the Ninth Symphony. Beethoven's Ninth. This should be good. Okay. So we got the energy requirement for the shot type. What's the complaint here? Oh, input dot shot type. Okay. And then if this dot energy is less than the energy needed, we can't shoot. So we'll just so I did this backwards a little bit. So, but if this dot energy is greater than or equal to the energy needed, then this dot energy minus equals the energy needed, and do the shot. All right, pretty straightforward. And now that should represent in the game, right? Let's check the game. All right, so our energy's going up, but as you can see, if you look at the energy as I shoot, it goes down, and then once I'm empty, I can't shoot anymore. Right? Perfect. Works exactly like I wanted it to. What's interesting is if we play back our enemy, the enemy probably shoots too fast. That he also runs out of energy, but it looks like everything works still. Nothing's broken. We can check the console just to make sure. But yeah, so there's the energy bar. And now as we add in more different kinds of shots and everything, it'll be great. Okay. So yeah, that was pretty easy. Got all that stuff done. Oh, we're moving right along in this stream. Yeah, sometimes sometimes you just start nailing stuff, and you get a lot of stuff done. Sometimes you don't, right? That's just how it works, though. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, we can go ahead and add the next bullet, maybe. That'd be cool, right? So that'll also make us clean up some more. We'll have to refactor a bit, but it'll be good. So I was thinking maybe the number keys for now will be how you decide which bullet to shoot. So I do need to look up something a little bit because I don't know how to check the numbers. Okay, I found it. So it looks like it is just a number all written out, like 1 or 2. So we'll go ahead and just add in 1 for now. And we'll just have it when you hit 1, it'll fire the other type of bullet. Space will still be the right bullet or the right thing. It's getting to the point where I'm getting kind of annoyed at creating these variables each time. I don't know. What I should do is probably change. I should probably change how keyboard input works a bit. I don't know if I feel like doing that this stream. Because what you're supposed to do probably is you can add a key down, key up handler. Yeah, that's what we should do. But what I'm gonna do here is to do add key up handler, and we need to do like this. But I'm just gonna save this here for later, and I'm gonna put a to-do item. Move to using the key up handler. I'm just gonna do that for later. For now, we're just gonna add in. We're gonna add in a new one was down boolean, and we'll do that in handle player input. If one is down, then one was down is true. Else if I'll fix this up. Oh, you like the green squares? Yeah, I really like the green squares that show up over the text too. I saw it recommended on a just on some random blog. It's an extension. It's an extension. I don't want to accidentally show something I don't want to show, so I'm going to hide Visual Studio real quick. Okay, let me just make sure nothing crazy is showing on the screen. Okay, so, yeah, so it's this extension called Snake Trail, and it's really cool. Obviously, it does this thing. It's got a lot of options, too, where you can configure the color and everything, and how long it takes to move, and that kind of thing. But yeah, I highly recommend the Snake Trail thing. And I'm also using To Do Plus. That's how I'm doing my to-do list. This is just all the commands. It's actually super complicated, but like the basics are that you just have a line with a colon is a category, and then you can hit Control Enter to add new to-dos, and then it's like Alt S for start and Alt D for done. And that's really all you need. So that's pretty handy. And then I've got a couple other extensions. The bracket pair colorizer, this guy's pretty neat. That's what, if you look at my code, that's why like these brackets are in, like these ones are blue and these are purple, right? So it helps if like here there's a yellow one, right? So it helps out. You've used the transparent editor, something called Glassit. I haven't heard of that one. There's are you talking about like that's your there's an IDE called Glass Editor. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, the problem is, if I've got the game up, oh, it's an extension. Okay, well that's cool. I might look into that later. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do these programming streams. I saw some people maybe, make their visual, like I could totally make Visual Studio a little smaller here. And then I could just, I could always have the game on screen, right? But like smaller, like up here. I was kind of doing this for a little while in one of my other streams. And this kind of works. For like when I'm just, going around tweaking stuff. But, it's hard to get the whole thing on screen and have it be relevant, right? But, I think mainly I just need to remember, to hide or unhide the screen. But anyways, yeah, highly recommend the snake trail thing. It's pretty sweet. Okay. So here we got one, and what one is gonna do is character input dot shot equals shot type, and we need a new shot type. That's in our enum. We'll call this one like Big Slow. I don't have a good name. So there we go. We'll stick a Big Slow in there. That should be all I need to do right there. Then in Bullet, over in Bullet, basically everywhere I reference shot type really is what I need to change now. Well, not everywhere, but, okay, so radius and color, yeah, these guys I need. This opera's pretty interesting. Oh, this is still the Ninth Symphony. I don't know that I need some guy singing, though. Let's try the Fifth Symphony. Yeah, that's the classic, right? Okay, so I need some new constants. And so later I'll have to refactor this a bit. But for now, we're just going to do it like this. So Big Slow is going to move super slow. I kind of want it to move like slower than the player almost. But it'll be a bit bigger. It'll still do 10 damage maybe. And the energy requirement, let's make it 10. Just, to try some stuff out. Big Slow. Yeah, I'm definitely going to want to refactor this stuff later. But for now, we're just gonna bang out some simple stuff. Let me pick a color. Maybe it'll be kind of like a pale, what color are my characters? I probably broke the game. So it doesn't work. Oh no, it still works. Right now I've got kind of cyan and magenta. So let's have this bullet be maybe a, like a pale greenish, maybe? Something like that. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Okay. This is what I want to update. I need to update everything around shot type plane. Alright, so there's our shot type. The enemy doesn't really need to shoot it yet. And then here we need to update it. Slow. Yeah, I definitely need to just refactor this later. But, that's fine. Alright, okay, we just need the damage and the energy. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is just make a, I just need like an array of shots. And then the, it'll be like all the different shot definitions. Okay, I think that's everything. Is that really all I need to update? Well, let's pull the game out. Can I, It's not moving very fast, is it? It's not. It's broken, probably. So I've got an error in symbol it. And symbol it. Unexpected shot type. So, did I not save? I think I just didn't save it. Okay, so there's my big chonker bullet. Looks like it works. Looks like it's working pretty well. I can't get hit by my own bullets because I added some logic in around that. I probably... I don't know if I want to be able to hide under it or not. I mean, it's kind of a neat idea that you can hide under the bullet. I also had some ideas about how the big bullet was going to move. Like, I wanted it to, if you're in the middle of moving up or down, I wanted to add a little bit of movement to it. So let's go ahead and do that part first. So that's going to be when you fire the bullet. So we shoot it off here. So currently we're passing in a facing direction to the bullet, which is just determining the angle. So what we need to do is probably just pass in an actual angle instead. So yeah, let's let the angle equals so the default angle is this. This is the default angle. And then let me just put a comment here. Adjust the X value based on which direction we're firing to explain why we're using facing direction there. But then we're going to pass the angle in to fire bullets. Fire bullets. Oh, that's the callback function. Right. The callback function calls up to here. And this is going to be an angle now. And this is an angle, and this is an angle. And symbol it. This is now an angle. And this is an angle. Okay, so that's easy enough. Let's go back to character. So this is the default. Let's say if the shot is a big slow bullet. Adjust the angle based on the Y value, the vertical movement of the character. And one day we're just going to be able to write something else. You can't even see the whole thing. Okay. One day we're just going to be able to write something like this, and the program will do what I want. But that's probably still quite a ways off. We'll see. For now, I have to do all the work myself. But okay. Well, so the snake trail extension, I think, really helps people follow along. Right, because it can tell you where I'm typing at on screen pretty easily. So like for me it's pointless, right? But at least I hope it helps. Yeah, I think it helps remote learning, or people watching. There's probably some extensions for the cursor as well, if you just want the cursor to be more obvious. But I haven't really tried any of those. I just like my plain cursor. Let's see. So if the vertical movement is greater than 0, and then else if it's less than 0, and if it is 0, we're just not going to do anything. But so the angle, we want to just kind of adjust it a little tiny bit. So like this is the full 360. This is the full 360 degrees. How much do we want to adjust it by? Maybe like 10 degrees worth or so, which 10 degrees in radians, right? Okay, so this is in radians, right? And then if we want to get to degrees, it's like 180 divided by this, right? Or maybe it's not. Let me just check my degrees to radians. Let me just check the internet just to yeah, so if I want 10 degrees, it is 10 times pi over, or 10 times pi divided by 180. That's not quite what I have, but 10 times pi divided by 180. Okay, there we go. That'll adjust by 10 degrees. And we'll do minus. I don't know if minus or plus is actually correct in this case. Because I don't remember how the angle is represented, but we'll be able to fix it out. We'll be able to fix it up pretty easily. All right, let's switch over to the game. I'm gonna make it full screen again, just because it's kind of annoying with it being so tiny. Okay. So now when I fire a big bullet, I wasn't moving. Now I'm moving. All right, looks like I got it right the first time. And it looks like they correctly disappear when I get near the top. Is 10 degrees? That's probably good enough, right? So now you can do kind of tricky stuff, like, I can like fire off, some kind of bullet hell, right? Which is pretty cool, I think. And then over here I can try to dodge it, right? So now it's starting to get a little more interesting, right? Because you'll have some more stuff to dodge. It's a little unforgiving with the bullets, but I do plan to have a character sprite that's a little bit bigger than I'm kind of out of energy. But yeah, I do plan to have a character sprite that'll be a little bit bigger than the oops, I accidentally hit tab or something. So I lost input. But yeah, so the bullet, like I said, the bullets it's very unforgiving. Even if you just barely touch it, you get hit. But when the character sprite's bigger, it'll be fine. It'll feel a little more forgiving. In that case. But yeah, so now I've got these big bullets that you can kind of tweak which direction they go, which is pretty cool. It is a little tricky. Okay, cool. So this is good. So now, yeah, now I'm kind of set up to start adding all different kinds of bullets. Well, really, I need to. So I made a new bullet. We changed the graphic, speed, energy, and adjust movement. Okay, we did all that cool stuff. I think I want to go ahead and make my bullet definitions a little more like this. This is stupid, right? I can't do this. That's too bad. So let's make a new file called like bullet definitions or something. And so what we need is or let's call it shot defs, I guess. So the shot definition is going to be these things. Speed, radius, damage, and energy requirement. I feel like maybe there was something else I have in one of the was there something else I had in one of these functions? I don't think so. I don't think there was. Okay. So then we kind of want to export we kind of want an array of all the different shots. Shot definition. Oh, that's a pretty classic sound, isn't it? I don't know that I can program to this song. Let's skip ahead. Okay, this is much more this is much more relaxing. Let's see. Okay, so I think I should be able to define everything now. So speed 20, radius 5, damage 10, energy rack 5. Let's see. Okay, I think this works. It's let's see. Let's copy over these guys. 3, 15, 10, and 10. Okay. So then I guess I should put a type in there too, just to make when I'm referencing it by type. Let's go ahead and put type in there. It's a little repetitive, but it might just come in handy when I refer to things later. It just might be handy to have. We can always take it out later if it's not useful. Okay, now that I've defined all this, what we might want to do is whenever we're sending a shot type, like whenever I'm using shot type now somewhere, I might want to, let's see. So yeah, now rather than this, I wonder if, stop highlighting all this. What I might want to do now is just pass around the full shot definition instead of the shot type. Alternatively, I could just always, anytime I have one of these, instead, right, it'll be like lead radius equals, shot defs. Let's, definitions. Let's do it like this. That way it's not lowercase. Okay, that should be good. So then I can just do shot symbol dot shot type dot radius, right? Yeah, so that that will replace all these crafty functions that I really have no bit. Oh, this is the other one I needed. I needed color. Let's go ahead and stick color in there for now. But I probably will replace color at some point because I'll probably add in some graphics, right? That's the idea, at least. Alright, so we stuck color in there for now. So now we can just replace it with these and delete these crappy functions that we don't need. There we go. We don't need that anymore. And then the other place we were using this was in Symbolit, where we've got some other functions. This one is the radius. There we go. And then here we've got the speed. Alright. And we can delete these guys. So that'll clean up, that cleans up our stuff quite a bit. Now we don't have these super janky functions. Oh, here we've got some more in here. Shot type, damage. Oh yeah. I can dig this song. This is pretty good. I can groove to this. And then we need the energy requirements as well. Alright. And we can delete these functions. Alright, I think we really cleaned up things with that. Let's make sure the game still works. So we can shoot our bullets. And they do the damage. And they take the energy we need. So yeah, that looks like it works. Okay, well now we're just cleaned up quite a bit. And now when we want to add bullets, all we have to do now to add a new bullet is just define a new shot definition here. And then we have to go to main scene, add a way to add that shot type, and then in shoot, fire a bullet, and we'd shoot. We just have to add any special behavior. And we can, of course, modify the bullet as needed. But yeah, that cleans things up quite a bit. I don't think I made a to-do item for that. Nope. So, yeah. lots of progress today. I feel pretty good about what I accomplished. Yeah, I think really we just need to add in, next steps will be adding in some cooler, some other bullet types, maybe tweaking, you know, energy and damage values. And, yeah. Obviously we have to add some cool graphics, but, graphics, those can come later, after we make sure it's fun. But yeah, I think in my next stream, I think I'm going to cover how to make it actually a multiplayer game. So I think that'll be pretty exciting. I didn't do that with my previous game on here just because I wasn't super happy with where it was going. But I feel like this game has potential. Obviously we need to tweak quite a lot of things to make it more interesting. It's actually pretty hard to play as well, just because it's hard when you're doing WSD. It's hard to actually hit more buttons to you know, fire different things. So I might end up making, you know, some buttons that are easier to hit from your right hand if you play with two hands on a keyboard. Though I think it'll feel best with analog movement, where you can use an analog stick. So maybe I'll look at hooking up a controller as well. Let's go ahead and add that to the to-do items. Controller input, because I think that'll be fun. I think that'll make it a lot more fun to play than just using the keyboard. But we'll stick with the keyboard for now. But yeah, I think the next big work item is going to be multiplayer. And so we're going to set up a simple socket IO on the Express server. And we're going to move the simulation to the server. And we're gonna probably gonna need some kind of lobby, a super simple lobby system, just to make it easier to match up with people, especially if they get multiple people on here that want to play. I kind of want all you guys to be able to play at once against each other and stuff. But yeah, I think multiplayer is going to be the next thing we tackle, and it'll be pretty fun. And I'll get it uploaded on Heroku. I should go ahead and get that set up. I'll set that up off stream, just because that, you know, that involves a lot of random work that is not super exciting to look at. But yeah, let me stop the music for now. Okay, but yeah, that's it for today. I might be on later playing some Guilty Gear or some Runeterra. Not really sure. We'll see how my voice feels after resting for a bit. I've been talking for a good 3.5 hours. Okay. Thanks for joining me today. Super productive. And I'll look forward to, we'll probably do another game dev stream next weekend. That'll probably work out. Okie doke. Well, thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. Later.